I'm going to kick things off tonight with a word from the boss, Adrian Goldman, the only man in N.E.W. to actually book some time. I'm Max Maddox, alongside Erwin. We are wasting no time here. I'm going to kick things off with the boss.
What a way to start a brawl. Hang on a second.
It's a Lionheart, it's Louis Richardson.
Quite arguably being singled out by Adrian Goldman there. There was plenty of backstage brawls over the last 2 weeks that we had to cover.
Oh, I can completely see why Adrian Goldman would single out Louis Richardson. He's a 7-time United States champion. He's a locker room leader, a veteran of N.E.W. He's a guy who should be setting the standard, not breaking them.
Well, he's clearly not going to stay silent whilst his name's dragged through the mud here.
Oh! What the hell? Adrian Goldberg just headbutted Louis
I don't know
Richardson.
how wise that was. He's just told Louis Richardson he's not getting the title match he wants.
Goldberg and Richardson are going in the ring out. Close line there by the chairman. Something has snapped in Goldberg. Big back body drop there by Louis Richardson. Who's going to go
a stretch on the boss.
Goldberg writhing in pain.
And we just found out that he's due a handicap match with End Times plus another match. Adrian
Government seal.
Swinging a punch at a former 6-time US champion. Well, this is one way to start off the show, but I don't know how wise this is for Louis Richardson.
Goldberg fighting back, that rush of blood, seemingly allowing Goldberg to get the better hand. Clothesline by the chairman, being dragged off Louis Richardson by the referee. This is a side of Adrian Goldberg we haven't seen in a very long time indeed. Well, after an explosive start to Brawl, we're going to get things underway here with a triple threat match between Scott Burns, Kushida.
The following contest is a triple threat extreme rules match. Making his way to the ring from Tianjin, China, weighing in at 280 pounds. The Beastmaster, Yamashita Kushida.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Yamashita Kushida already on his way down to the ring, the Beastmaster. The third man in this match, of course, going to be the Duker of Dudley, Jack Murphy. I mean, these three men, all hot prospects in our junior division, Owen.
No, they certainly are.
I've got to ask you a question here. I mean, Scott Burns on paper has probably got a lot more experience inside that ring. So who do you favour in this one? Will it be this man, the former ringmaster, the Beastmaster, Yamashita Kushida, those spade-like hands? The man of a thousand holds, Scott Burns.
All three of these men very able.
First, from Dudley, England, weighing in at 262 pounds, Jack Murphy.
And again, they are all relative newcomers to the scene, so we are still kind of getting used to them, but what we've seen from these three has already been incredible.
Yeah, Jack Murphy has impressed a lot of people in his short time with the company. Certainly wants to watch. Already a third fan favourite here with the N.E.W. crowd. Should be an interesting triple threat. Three young bucks trying to make an impact here. Scott Burns, going back to Burns, of course, a former European champion, so there's that experience factor I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, most definitely has the edge on the other two opponents here tonight, as far as experience is concerned.
And from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 290 pounds, Scott Burns.
His power, his adaptability, his likability, his marketability has all made this young man touted as a future potential world champion. But as of late, Scott Burns has been in a bit of a rut. He needs to refocus tonight. He needs a win. He needs a big win over Kushida and Jack Murphy to revitalise what is an incredibly promising career for Scott Burns.
It's going to be a tough loss for someone here tonight. But again, I suppose that is the beauty of the junior division. You have that kind of net The opportunity to come around and prove yourself again, it gets harder and harder once you're out of the junior division and into the big leagues. Scott Burns already has that experience, as you've mentioned.
He's already had that taste of the big league there with a former champion in his own right.
Of course, his recent teaming with the Dog last week. Certainly an interesting forte of his tag team repertoire as well.
Absolutely, not seen Scott Burns in much tag team action, but almost a seamless effort with a long-term rival in the Dog. I mean, this is a match that Scott Burns will be considered a hot favourite, which is a new dynamic in that young man's career. The other two have not much to lose and a hell of a lot to gain. Bob Chatopa with the call here, rings the bell, and here we go. Oh, crucifix there from Murphy.
Going for a pin.
Excuse me, not Murphy.
Kushida
to kick this one off.
Young Bob Chatopa, our referee here for this match that has already started off with a pin.
Oh, big backdrop there by Murphy onto Kushida. The Beastmaster trying to get an early win here on Scott Burns. Oh, who has been assaulted by both the other competitors. To kick this one off, springing neckbreaker, hard right and left from the former kickboxer in Jack Murphy.
Well, again with that experience, they may know he is the key target in this match. Scott Burns is fighting back here.
Scott Burns is essentially fighting two men at the moment. Oh, atomic drop there by Murphy. Kushida now. Oh, with those spade-like hands.
Shots.
Hear those sickening thuds from up here.
Thought he was going for a backdrop.
Changes his mind. Atomic drop there onto Scott Burns. Jack Murphy recovers beautifully there with a clothesline to Kushida over the top rope.
Waste no time, gets on Scott Burns.
DDT there to Scott Burns.
Still trying to get to his feet.
Oh, hard European up. Oh, single leg drop kick. Great reversal there by Burns. Tremendous counter. His adaptability again, Erwin. One of the key factors to the repertoire of Burns. He can change in the blink of an eye from a technical wrestler to an all-out powerhouse.
Kushida just relies on the power and athleticism he possesses. Comes in there with those hard hands once again.
Again, those spade-like hands, no match for the speed of Burns there. That single leg drop kick by Burns. Kushida now trying to bring himself back up by the ropes. Hard forearm smash there by Kushida. Gets back into the ring. The only way Kushida knows how. Oh! Single leg drop kick of his own takes down Burns.
Again, pinfalls and submissions have to happen in the ring, but the brawling can continue for as long as it lights out there. For a pin. Oh, and did you see the speedy return to his feet? Oh! Scott Burns could have been in for a win there if this was a one-on-one, but of course the triple threat environment. Incredible DDT. Burns back up though, biding his time on the apron here. Oh! Oh! But he's looking at Burns on the outside. Is this a wise move? Oh no, it wasn't. Face first into those mats. Oh, look at this! Fisherman Buster.
Bomb there by Murphy.
Going for a pin.
Two.
Oh. Oh, and what a jab!
Vicious clothesline there by Burns. Stomp to the chest. Springboard leg drop. Right across the back of the neck of Murphy.
Look at that! Oh! Caught that clothesline coming in, turned it into a sweeping STO. Now going for the crossface.
Locked there by Scott Burns.
Those ropes don't mean a thing in Extreme Rules.
Jack Murphy in severe trouble. Excuse me, Kushida here in severe trouble here.
Murphy's back in. Scott Burns may have sensed it.
Northern Light suplex. Beautiful there by Scott Burns. Swift kick to the ribs there by Murphy. Mean streak of Scott Burns has shined through more than once here tonight. Roll up. Classic Scott Burns.
Murphy rocked.
Rocked but not out.
Tried to stay on his feet but ended up against the ropes, fighting back.
Murphy's law. That vicious cutter from absolutely nowhere. Jack Murphy with the pin. Kushida's down. 2.9. How close was that?
Murphy just laying in the stomps. Kushida feeling the crowd, but now feeling clotheslines from Jack Murphy. Jack Murphy. Hard knife and chop. Kushida going for the pin. Could be it. We're apparently having some mic issues. I thought we'd finally rid ourselves of that. Kushida now. Fast-paced action in the ring as well. Jack Murphy going for another pin. Only a 2. Indeed, only a whisper away. Jack Murphy. Face buster. Almost like a neutralizer there. Murphy laying an assault into both men here. Going for the attack. Murphy trying to get a belly to belly. We're trying to get Max Reddick's voice back here. Kushida now going for the pin. I want to apologise about having stuff yelled in my headset about Max is not working. I believe you're back now.
Are we back?
Yes, you're back. Fisherman's buster again.
Tremendous fisherman buster there by Scott Burns. We have to apologise for the technical difficulties in this match, but what an absolute war this has been between Kushida, Murphy and Scott Burns, who at this moment is the only man standing. What a match. Burns could have finished this one off here. You've got to believe, is he groggy? You can see him there cradling his head.
Yeah, going for the pin finally.
Perhaps too dizzy to even see her own body. If Kushida only got himself a 2, that delay cost him the win. Jack Murphy's back to his feet. Kushida with a shot to the gut there to Burns' cross body. By Yamashita Kushida.
Been an absolute slugfest. Oh wait, Murphy. Murphy bomb. I think he thought about dropping him on Burns for a second there.
2.
That's it. Just as Scott Burns nipped up to try and break up the pin, it's all over.
The electric speed of Scott Burns wasn't enough, but Jack Murphy arguably has just picked up the biggest victory of his N.E.W. career to date.
Absolutely incredible.
Boom. What a bomb. You see that crossface there, that label lock, so close to getting the submission victory for Burns.
This match, of course, we expected from the start of the night, but we now have to question
Here is your winner.
what is going to happen to Louis Richardson here tonight. An incredible victory from Jack Murphy, though.
Oh, tremendous victory for Jack Murphy, without question one of the biggest today in his career in N.E.W. But you're absolutely right, Erwin. What is going to happen between Louis Richardson after the assault by our CEO Adrian Goldman to kick off Brawl? What a match that was!
Things have gone absolutely insane here, but at least the matches are still intense. Or what we do know is, just like last week when Scott Burns and the Dog were forced to work together, the same is happening here tonight with Troy Webster and Sean Stevenson. Neither man happy about this. They have to face the militia.
Yeah, very similar occurrence to what happened between Scott Burns and the Dog last week on Brawl. This time Stevenson and Webster forced the team together against a veteran team in the militia here in N.E.W. Can these two foes unite for one evening to survive one of the most experienced teams in N.E.W. history? Should be an interesting tag team match, to say the least, Erwin.
Well, yeah, I cannot see those two getting along, but we didn't with Scott Burns and the Dog, and what an effective unit they proved to be, perhaps channeling their anger against their opponents.
Or sometimes opposites attract when it comes to tag teams. You know, sometimes one person can cover the weaknesses of the other. Oh, wait a minute!
Jack Murphy returning from out back.
Jack Murphy has just picked up a massive win in our opening match. He's assaulting an all-time rival in Gene Taylor, who's supposed to be facing Casey Judge here tonight. You see this extra security that Goldman has employed here to keep this chaos under control, trying to stop Jack Murphy from ripping off the head of Gene Taylor. Casey Judge already in the centre of the ring, and this match is happening because of Gene Taylor running his mouth out back. I can't help but think that one of the people that he's been running down might have been Jack Murphy, Erwin.
Well, it certainly was, and I can assure you the reason that Shatopa, our senior official, decided to ring the bell there was because he has been the target of some of Gene Taylor's rants as well.
Yeah, even our officials aren't safe. Casey Judge determined to slap a little bit of respect, his words, into Gene Taylor, who claims to be the UK's only attraction. Quite the ego on this young man, but unfortunately he has the ability to follow it up. Oh, standing Uranagi on Casey Judge. Tremendous suplex there by Taylor. Oh, cross-through knee drag, beautiful there by Judge, who's been on quite the run as of late. The powerhouse finally putting together the dots, it seems, the last couple of weeks here on Brawl. Oh, there's a tremendous amount of potential. Drop down there by Taylor, or sidestep beautifully there by Judge into the backdrop. Great counter there by Casey Judge.
Judge, a 3-year veteran, we haven't seen much of him as of late, really since the Enforcers.
He's been training a tremendous amount, I know that much, Erwin. I mean, I've seen him once or twice in your stomping grounds in the compound, and he's looked impressive. That tree of war position there by Gene Taylor.
Just choking the life out of Judge.
Laser focused. As focused as I have ever seen him. Oh, kick out, not even a one.
That shows the resilience of Casey Judge. Oh!
Casey Judge is one of those athletes when he's got all the tools. It is just a question, as I said, connecting those dots. So that powerbomb from the corner there by Gene Taylor, who's taken control of this matchup so far.
Well,
all the hype and all the hope that Casey Judge has turned the corner could come to nothing here tonight if Gene Taylor's performance continues in this manner. Taylor has been impressive here tonight.
Well, some could argue it maybe way back when, but Casey Judge, of course, a former world champion, beating Vega and holding that title for 54 days. has had some impressive experience in his background in these 3 years, and former Intercontinental Champion and European Champion as well.
It'd be quite a scout for Gene Taylor if he could pick off Casey Judge, all that experience, and we've already seen a huge win for Jack Murphy, one of our juniors here tonight. Could we see another? Could Gene Taylor defeat a former world champion right now?
Gene Taylor.
It's looking pretty good for the cocky rookie, Owen.
I can't say otherwise. Casey Judge is not showing too much spirit right now. Hang on, I may have spoken too soon. Uppercut. Just couldn't find the space. Gene Taylor right back with an answer.
Forehand smash, just taking Casey Judge down. Again, sit-out powerbomb from the corner. You'll note as well, Gene Taylor's manager is nowhere to be seen here tonight,
It's
Erwin.
very interesting. Jerry Buckley is not at ringside for this matchup.
Perhaps focusing on his other client, the Blueprint, who I would say arguably needs more work than Gene Taylor. Hard right hand. Oh!
Backbreaker.
Backbreaker by Taylor.
Incredibly unique backbreaker that Gene Taylor does use. Oh!
Belly overhead suplex there by Judge. Explosive power.
The fans don't seem much happier to see Casey Judge back. I mean, let's not forget, he's not exactly a fan favourite around here either. He's just standing up for his own pride against Gene Taylor here tonight.
Yeah, but I have to respect Casey Judge. His whole kind of objective here tonight is about respect.
Oh!
He feels that Gene Taylor doesn't show the proper respect to the veterans of N.E.W. wants to do something about it. Gene Taylor's going for the spectacular. Oh, superplex to the outside. What a superplex. Could have broke the spine of Casey Judge. The most ungodly superplexes I have ever seen. Casey Judge is somehow still standing and fighting back.
Oh! Gene Taylor,
Swift knee, put a stop to that.
determined to extinguish the flame of Casey Judge here.
Who's somehow miraculously still trying to fight back. Gene Taylor, however, got that higher ground, not allowing Casey Judge to get back to his feet. No swift knees to the skull. Is it going to be enough? No! Somehow Judge kicks out. These fans can't believe it. A suplex from the top rope and 2 knees to the head was not enough to keep Casey Judge down for the count of 3, and he's back to his feet, fighting back. Unbelievable resilience.
Oh,
Hangman.
using the ropes as a weapon here.
Wait a minute.
Oh, backbreaker, we've seen this before. That trio. Uranagi backbreakers. Casey Judge getting in position.
The verdict! Oh! That could be all! The verdict could be enough!
That is! Casey Judge with a hard-fought win there, but took everything Gene Taylor had to give to him.
And we do mean everything. Hell, he was hung upside down. Took a few of Taylor's best shots. Gene Taylor seemed determined to prove a point here tonight. Pulling out the spectacular with that amazing superplex from the top rope to the outside of the ring. You see it there, the sickening impact. Casey Judge, however, would not lay down. Kept fighting back. We thought this was it.
Every time
Strong
Judge
kick out.
survived, and then that trio of backbreakers
Arguably the turning point right there, Erwin.
rolling straight into the verdict, and the verdict was
Here's your
guilty.
winner, Casey the Judge.
we are back. Thankfully, that music signifies our normal program is still ongoing.
Introducing first, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at 235 pounds, Troy Webster.
Troy Webster. You know what, there's a recurring theme to tonight's show, Erwin. We've had a lot of guys appear tonight that have been in a, like Casey Judge, like this man, Troy Webster. Guys that have been in N.E.W. for years, who are now finally having to be forced to reach that potential that's been talked about for years. There are so many kids knocking on the door, looking for their spot. The match that Troy Webster and Sean Stevenson had a mere week ago was arguably the breakout match, the performance that we have been looking for so many years for both of those men. The question now, Erwin, is can Troy Webster capitalise on that performance?
Well, these two have had some very interesting matches against one another already. It's going to be interesting to see how this one fares when they have to team up.
His partner from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, Sean Stevenson.
Sean Stevenson knows he's in the exact same position as his forced tag team partner here tonight, Troy Webster. Two N.E.W. veterans who do not get along are going to be forced tonight to coexist, going up against one of the most experienced tag teams N.E.W. has to offer in the Militia. This will be a challenge for even an experienced team, Owen. For two guys who don't like each other, who've never teamed with each other before, as far as I'm aware, to coexist, to survive and thrive against the Militia here tonight, it's going to be a very big ask, in my opinion.
I was just going to say that I don't believe Sean Stevenson's been in a tag team match since his time with the Enforcers after TMDC. Troy Webster, of course, teaming with the Trailblazers fairly regularly nowadays again.
Yeah, you have to believe that Webster will not be happy about this alignment, considering he is tagged with the prize fighter.
That Brute, of course. Both of them trying out their singles competition as of late.
And their opponent, at a combined weight of 385 pounds, Kevin Cannon and the Militia.
The Militia, one of the most experienced teams in N.E.W. history. The longest serving team in N.E.W. who have yet to hold the N.E.W. Tag Team Championships. Now let me ask you this question here, Erwin. They have a lot of respect in the back because of their experience, because of their tenure. But if the Militia lose here tonight against an untested team in Webster and Stevenson, where does that leave their tag team credentials?
It's a very good question. I mean, a lot of people have called this into question as of late. V, despite his popularity, has never won a title here in N.E.W. Yet has been here for over 2 years. Kevin Cannon, I believe, a former cruiserweight champion. However, that was also a long time ago.
Everything that the Militia achieved seemed to be a long time ago. Troy Webster finally seems to be getting through the fog that shrouded the first couple of years of his career. Stevenson seemingly determined to make a point. The Militia, with all that experience, need to be incredibly focused here tonight. These two guys may not like each other, but Webster and Stevenson know They have to make a point here in this division if they're not going to achieve the success they want to in the singles division.
A little bit of a difference between Scott Burns and the Dog here. Arguably, Webster and Stevenson have a plethora of tag team experience, just not with one another.
It's a great point.
Again, Troy Webster throwing a great disgust about having to not team with Bart Brute here tonight.
Yeah, the Trailblazers, of course, the first ever tag team champions here in N.E.W. Troy Webster holds that distinction out of elbows to the ribs of Double K. Kevin Cannon.
Hard into that corner.
Swinging neck breaker there by Webster.
Cannon, one of the lightest male athletes on our roster.
A bantamweight if ever I saw one, Erwin, but Kevin Cannon has got educated feet, as they say. Those feet have been flying more often than not in this match so far, as Troy Webster taking complete control over Double K, makes this clean tag for Sean Stevenson. Now the legal man took an elbow to the face for his trouble. No real communication between Webster and Stevenson despite the clean tag. Put Stevenson in a bit of trouble there, but he's recovered well against Double K.
No, may have spoke too soon. Reverse DDT there from Kevin Cannon.
Great counter there by Kevin Cannon, just showing that experience there, dragging Sean Stevenson all the way back into his own corner, made the tag. Now V, the legal man here, for the militia.
Scissor kick.
Harley Race-esque knee there by V.
Taken down by Stevenson, who desperately drags him back toward Troy Webster. Again, another clean tag between these two.
Tag made again. Webster, who has been incredibly impressive in my opinion the last few weeks here in N.E.W. I mean, Webster, Judge, Murphy, you know, these big powerful guys, all very similar and all right now with tremendous focus. I've used that word a lot tonight, but it is important. In their eyes. He makes a tag to Double K again.
We're on that lead up toward our next free extended event next month. All this chaos has meaning in Goldman's mind.
Webster bought the attack of that tag well, made by the militia. Double K now the legal man. Troy Webster's been in that ring quite some time. The untested team of Webster and Stevenson.
Tornado DDT out of the corner by Kevin Cannon.
Tremendous tornado DDT there by Kevin Cannon. Finally starting to take control in this match. I mean, you have to wonder if there's going to be ring rust for Double K. For the militia in general, we have not seen them for weeks.
That's very true. Webster and Stevenson have been well tested against each other these past few weeks. And of course, with someone as light as Kevin Cannon, you've got to believe if Troy Webster chooses to hit the web on him, well, that's all over.
Kevin Cannon, however, is used to battling against odds. Been doing it his entire career. Tremendous athleticism by Cannon, leaping right into the face of Troy Webster. Those vicious punches followed up by a powerbomb from the corner. Another swinging neck breaker by Cannon, who has found his groove here. Doesn't look like he's missed a beat, Erwin.
Yeah, choosing not to go for the pin though. Interesting approach here by Cannon. Perhaps
I wonder how wise that is. Ample opportunity here to get a pin. Troy Webster was down for at least a free count there.
Perhaps thinking he was feigning it. Or perhaps he was.
Or perhaps Kevin Cannon's instinct was dead right there. Troy Webster back on his feet, that hard elbow to the heart, taking down Kevin Cannon. What can Webster do?
Forearm. Rebound clothesline by Troy Webster though.
Yeah, Webster used the momentum of those ropes to deliver a hellacious clothesline. European uppercut by Kevin Cannon. Webster sent right back into enemy territory. Oh, monkey flip.
Oh, crossbody, incredible athleticism from Kevin Cannon.
Unbelievable athleticism. The things that this guy can do in that ring defy belief.
Tag has been made.
We've seen this before by Militia stomping a mud hole in Troy Webster. The fans don't like it, but it's perfectly legal. Tremendous tag team action here by the Militia.
Well, I've got to believe if this were on Sean Stevenson, they might be cheering.
Oh!
Vicious offense from the Militia, that could be it.
Hunter's there. Stevenson knows that Webster may not have kicked out of that on his own, went for the double axe handle. Oh, Kevin Cannon taking out his own partner.
I think he thought he had Sean Stevenson.
Oh! Double knees. The Militia just shrugging that one off. Being the old school team they are, they know that kind of thing can happen. I've barely missed a beat here. V, hard uppercut right into the face of Webster. Stevenson is down after the assault by the Militia. Oh, crossbody by Webster.
Oh,
right to left, right into the face, finding some energy from somewhere. In the nether regions of his soul, Troy Webster is fighting back. Primed and ready, unbelievable.
And Sean Stevenson to be seen though.
Oh, the web! That's it! That modified tombstone Hunter's down!
And that is it.
Kevin Cannon electing not to break up the pin, and once Troy Webster hits that deadly modified tombstone pile driver, he calls it the web. The game has changed. What a victory from Webster and Stevenson. They have just beat the most experienced tag team in N.E.W. Owen.
After some incredible offense from them, it looked like it was going the Militia's way. There was no sign of Sean Stevenson at the end. But in the end, the web changed things once and for all. Incredible maneuver.
Here are your winners, Troy Webster and Sean Stevenson.
Shown respect there perhaps by Stevenson and Webster. They came together for the night and were victorious. Sean Stevenson certainly with a show of respect there for Troy Webster. Who would have thunk it, Owen?
Yeah, after the battles they've had, that is indeed an unlikely sight. Well, still to come here tonight, we have the Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Not only did True Force beat their test in the Scorpions, but they also beat Foxy Valentine in an opportunity match. Tonight, we see the title on the line.
Yeah, first of two huge main events here on N.E.W. Brawl. Will we crown new Women's Tag Team Champions live tonight? Can Foxy Valentine, the shameless self-promoters, retain? Or will the founding blocks of N.E.W.'s tag team division, True Force, regain the gold? Main event anywhere in the world except tonight.
Yeah, of course, we have Crazy Hammer and Razor Parsons for that. As far as we know, again, at some point we are apparently going to see two matches featuring Louis Richardson. We yet to see whether the boss is going to actually stick that in or not. Oh, hang on, I can't hear Matsuda. He's out here in the bunker in Birmingham. a second.
Well, Selena Figueroa wasn't going to take a slur like that. The women's champion Akane Matsuda clearly in a cocky mood here tonight. Figueroa wasting no time in trying to shut up the N.E.W women's champion.
Of course, we heard that this new Empire of Pain, she was talking about the alliance between her, Sakamoto Dixon and Elizabeth Dondolinger, has allowed Akane Matsuda to win that women's championship. She cashed in the golden ticket. So let me get this straight. To determine the women's #1 contender, we now have to have a 6-man tag team match, and if they can win against the Empire of Pain, they face Akane Matsuda.
So I think so. Essentially, that is the champion's right. I mean, that Goldman has said the champion gets the privilege of choosing how or when they kind of defend their title, or the stipulation at least. So this is what Matsuda wants to do. Then this is the champion's privilege, I suppose. But that is a very unusual turn of events. A 6-woman tag team matchup to determine the #1 contender for the women's title.
Figueroa says she's going to find those friends. Let's see who she brings to the table. Well, still to come tonight, of course, our main event. the opportunity match, the one-on-one. Crazy Hammer taking on our new champion, Razor Parsons.
Crazy Hammer, of course, the only man so far to beat Razor Parsons in one-on-one action, will get a chance to become #1 contender live tonight.
Now it's time for the women's title match.
The founding blocks of N.E.W's tag team division with a point to prove, it seems. Have they ever been in a match when they've not been considered firm favourites? Tonight, there is a firm argument to be made that that is the case. Foxy Valentine, the shameless self-promoters, are not the new kids on the block anymore. They have defined themselves as the team to beat in the women's tag team division. True Force have to prove that they are still the biggest dogs in the yard
in their
when it
own
comes
way.
to tag teams.
Much like Selena Figueroa now has to jump through hoops, they had to face the Scorpions, as well as win a match against Foxy Valentine's non-title. Here come the champions.
Teacher and student relationship that exists between the Fox and Nancy Valentine has paid dividend in their careers so far. Two-time N.E.W Women's Tag Team Champions. Of course, the Fox, the first ever dual Women's Champion here in N.E.W history. You may not like their tactics, you may not like their attitude, but facts are facts. When Foxy Valentine have defined themselves as the team to beat in the women's tag team division. They have beaten just about everyone there is to beat, including True Force.
Longest single and overall run as women's tag team champions. 3 times now, 268 days. If they can get through this match, you've got to wonder if they can make it to a year.
Women's Tag Team Alice Young, Diana Simmons. On the way to the ring, Alice Young and Diana Simmons.
Alice Young and Diana Simmons.
Bit of a mixed response from the crowd.
Young, Diana Simmons, and their opponents. They are the Fox and Nancy Valentine.
The women's tag team champions, what champions they have been, and their positive reaction, it has to be said, for Foxy Valentines. Are they going into a match for the first time in their careers, Owen, as fan favourites? I mean, True Force, it's no secret, and not exactly on the side of good.
It's certainly going to be interesting.
Are Foxy Valentines the lesser of two evils here?
Certainly going to be interesting to see who the fans get behind tonight, of course. Foxy Valentine's current run, 221.
What a snap suplex there by the Fox to kick things off here. Of course, the Fox and Alice Young standing retrospectively for their own teams here. Headlock there by Alice Young, of course, considered by many to be the best female technical wrestler on the roster today. Headlock takedown there by Young.
Again, Fox, the former pupil of Alice Young. Both will know each other very well in that ring, as we've seen before.
Oh! Yeah, these ladies really have come full circle. I mean, when the Fox left Alex Young, she was the student, and now has students of her own.
At one point, Fox with the secret weapon against Diana Simmons for Alice Young. Before they finally made friends in amongst their heated rivalry.
What firm friends they are today, Alice Young and Diana Simmons, two of the toughest women in N.E.W history.
Hip toss.
That double kick.
Simmons wanting Fox to stare down, but instead she makes a tag.
Oh, with sheer instinct alone, bringing in her student Nancy Valentine, who has exploded out the blocks here, taking out the behemoth Diana Simmons. Absolutely no fear shown there by Nancy Valentine. Swift kick to the head and a hard big boot there by Simmons. Jawbreaker with Calla by Valentine. Hurricane Rana. Tremendous athleticism. Oh, shot. Two hard lefts. Calla with the elbow. Tossing the body of Nancy Valentine across the ring like a ragdoll. Diana Simmons now starting to take control. Go into the corner, tag made. Alice Young now, legal woman. Working on that arm. Could be thinking about, of course, the Tennessee chicken wing down the road there with that much feared submission of Alice Young's.
Well, 3 of the 4 of these women quite keen on their submission holds. Simmons trying to provide a distraction here. Did not aid Alice Young. Oh, my word. Interestingly enough, it sounds like True Force are getting the cheers here.
Yeah, these are certainly somewhat divided crowd. Some cheering for True Force, some cheering for Foxy Valentine. Snap suplex there by the Fox to Alice Young. Beautifully delivered now, working on the arms of Young. That's a clever tactic there by the Fox. Of course, if you injure the arms, Alice Young will not be able to lock in that chicken wing.
Tag's been made once again.
Oh! Spear clothesline combination by Foxy Valentine. Nancy
Shades of the
Valentine.
Blue Bloods.
Now the legal woman.
Tyrion. Alex could be utilising that manoeuvre.
A variation of suplexes there used by Alice Young shows you how versatile this competitor can be.
Oh! Weakening those knees, knowing Nancy Valentine pulls out a lot of drop kicks.
Well, yeah, Nancy Valentine is very much of a breed of the new breed. Educated feet. A lot of these youngsters do have today. Alice Young is more than aware of that. And is changing her game plan.
High-end rear view.
Doing what she needs to do. This is why Young has been so successful here in N.E.W. Going to the top rope uncharacteristically, but it connects. Missile top kick from the top rope. Nancy Valentine in desperation gets the tag to the Fox, who misses single leg drop kick. Young had it scouted, delivers a kick of her own right to the skull of the Fox. Duff!
Fox has been rocked here. Alice Young has just been on a mean streak.
Alice Young has missed his mean streak. Oh, single leg drop kick by the Fox. Finding some energy from somewhere, sidestep. Oh, beautifully by Young. What a drop kick.
Feeling it here tonight. Fox out on the apron. No sign of Nancy Valentine here. Oh, quick counter by Fox. Oh,
split kick, split arm. This with a spinning forearm. Fox countered into the empty corner.
Valentine now back in hers.
Wait a minute. Springboard moonsault connects beautifully there by the Fox. That padded moonsault off the ropes. Will it be enough? Young Shatopa's down. Simmons there. And Valentine. Oh, Simmons got there first. Double axe handle breaks up the pin after 2. I'm not sure if Young would have answered the count there.
So Valentine's going to work there on Simmons. He's right back up.
Oh. Simmons' interference gave Alice Young the moment she needed to recuperate. The arm drag takedown has put Young back in the driving seat. Kick to the gut. Oh, crucifix pin. Had to let go because of the ropes, I think, there.
I think realised as she was hooking in for the pin. She won't get it.
Swift knee to the spine there by the Fox. Fox wisely getting Young back into her own corner. Gonna trying to make the tag, and she does.
The turnaround in this match here.
Oh my word, what a double team. What a double team that was by Foxy Valentine. Foxy Troppers there. Perfect position. Simmons not going to get their Young kicks out. Young Cook kicks out 2.5. It's close there.
Titles on the line.
Go!
Valentine, was in control there, but once again Alex Young fighting back, misses with the cutter.
Valentine trying to gain some momentum here. Great Hurricane Rana. The Fisherman suplex wasn't enough. Alex Young just keeps getting back up, getting Valentine right back into her own corner. Misses with the rear view. There's Valentine. The moment she needed.
Had that chin hook slamming the head of Alice Young into the mat. Could be in trouble here.
What a counter by Valentine.
Looking for the Valentine's ball.
The submission.
There it is, locked in.
The submission, Owen. Has returned
that was it,
championships.
Alice Young.
It's enough. Foxy Valentine have retained.
Simmons didn't even have any chance to respond.
Nancy Valentine has just tapped out, arguably the best female technical wrestler in the world.
Foxy Valentines continue their streak.
Unbelievable win for Foxy Valentines.
Absolutely incredible.
No one can deny it, Erwin. They have now beat the Outlaws and True Force.
Being told in my headset as well, our main event is no longer our main event. After the opportunity match, we are going to see the punishment of Louis Richardson, Adrian Goldman decreeing that this is essentially him putting this as a message to the rest of the locker room here tonight.
Well, wait a minute. Louis Richardson has a legitimate gripe here that he was somewhat cheated out of a one-on-one opportunity for the Intercontinental Championship.
Find out more soon after we return for what was meant to be our main event here tonight. Here goes with what was supposed to be our main event here tonight.
Making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 249 pounds, Crazy Hammer.
Well, Crazy Hammer holds a distinction so far here in N.E.W. to be the only man to beat Razor Parsons 1, 2, 3. If he does that again here tonight, he becomes a #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. I've been talking to Crazy Hammer as of late. We've sat down and we've done an interview with this much respected veteran, the New Japan Hall of Famer, and he believes that this could be his last opportunity at a World Heavyweight Championship runner, when Crazy Hammer knows exactly how important that this match is.
Time does seem to be a knocking for Crazy Hammer, but he just won't answer that call. It's an incredible opportunity here tonight.
Tremendous career.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 238 pounds, the world champion, Razor Parsons.
For Razor Parsons, the new World Heavyweight Champion, has wasted no time in putting his own mark on the New Extremes World Heavyweight Championship. It's purple, for God's sake, Owen.
Purple zebra stripes, well, man certainly has his own unique style.
Unique style, unique attitude, to say the very least. But what a unique impact he has made in N.E.W. He's been here less than a month and he's World Heavyweight Champion, Owen. That's insane.
Huge enemies in Magnum Opus now, it seems. By defeating Rick Weaver for that title.
We have not seen Rick Weaver since that loss. We've barely seen Magnum Opus since that loss. The man that Snake claimed would be world champion finally achieved that prediction, only for it to be taken away from him 1 week later by this man, one of the most controversial, enigmatic characters ever in the history of N.E.W. The unorthodox Razor Parsons.
Certainly a unique individual, to say the least.
The pirate, the purple pirate master, our new world heavyweight champion.
All that style, all that pizzazz, much like Hannibal Jacobs, and they have quite that showmanship attitude, but in the ring can certainly answer for it.
Well, Jacobs is a multiple-time world heavyweight champion, one of the most respected men in the N.E.W. locker room. Razor Parsons is none of those things. Oh, not yet anyway. Single leg drop kick. His attitude is questionable, I would say. Big back body drop by Hammer.
Now the ring, this is meant to be a one-on-one.
Have you ever seen two more conflicting personalities, Owen, than Razor Parsons and Crazy Hammer?
I don't think I have, if I'm honest. I mean, Crazy Hammer is so straight-laced in that sense. Parsons certainly not. Again, Crazy Hammer, the only one of those 6 matches Parsons has had here, including that title match.
It's the showman versus the statesman, essentially here tonight. A stomp right to the chest there by Parsons.
The only blemish on Parsons' record here in N.E.W. Gone to the pin already. Only a 1.
The experience factor of Crazy Hammer, however, the veteran, the New Japan Hall of Famer, hack elbow right to the back of the head of Hammer. Hammer has been involved in some of the most brutal matches in the history of N.E.W. arguably, not to mention in other facets of his career, taking him all around the world.
Parsons just laying in those heavy shots though, going for another pin. Only a 1.
Parsons doing the wise thing here, in my opinion. He's keeping the pressure on Crazy Hammer.
Well, again, he knows he can be beaten by this man. That's what we know as the weave.
Yeah, I mean, of course, he's been adopting that move ever since his rivalry started with the former world heavyweight champion Rick Weaver. You can't help but believe it's a sideswipe of Magnum Opus.
Windows cry!
That devastating maneuver could be enough. Hammer is done. Razor Parsons has just steamrolled the veteran Crazy Hammer here tonight. That wasn't even close. I don't think Hammer got 2 shots in that entire match from Razor Parsons. Quite frankly, just annihilated the veteran Crazy Hammer.
I can't believe it. Parsons on quite the roll here. And again, the only real competition we've found for him so far here in N.E.W. has just been defeated in a, as you say, an absolute steamroll here.
I cannot get over how dominating that was by Razor Parsons. I was expecting a very close affair.
And granted, Crazy Hammer was in a elimination table match last week. That can't have given him much time to repair from that, but still.
Razor Parsons.
Yeah, but Hammer won't use that for an excuse. You know that as well as I. Crazy Hammer will not use that table match as an excuse, and will be, I'm sure, rightly embarrassed in the manner of how he was defeated here tonight by our world heavyweight champion.
It seems Goldman is going to have to find himself a new #1 contender for that title.
Well, what about Rick Weaver? Does Rick Weaver get a rematch?
Never any instant rematches here. Well, what we do know is that the show is continuing after this, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. What we do know as well is that next week the tag team rankings continue, and we are having Blaze and O'Grady take on Los Luchadores.
Yeah, a complete change in fortunes, it seems, for Blaze and O'Grady, two of the two single stars who had failed to live up to their much vaunted potential or had hit some kind of wall and united and formed quite the impressive duo. And what a team, an orthodox team they have made. Blaze and O'Grady, two matches together as a team and 2 victories, go up against the 5-time N.E.W tag team champions Los Luchadores, who arguably are on the worst run of their career right now.
And let's not forget, last week they did in fact beat Los Luchadores. Los Luchadores asking for this rematch against Blaze and O'Grady to prove it was only a fluke. It may not have been Matoda Hosakai in the ring, one of our juniors here. Matoda Hosakai saying he will be the name on everyone's lips. The failure is not the legacy he wants to leave behind.
What impassioned speech by Matoda Hosakai.
Seemingly told there's something going on backstage here.
That's Snake.
Oh, Shigaroshi, and it looks like that masked man again from the last assault.
Well, some man, someone unknown, has decided to take on the manager. Manager Magnum Opus, a multi-time world heavyweight champion.
Oh, hang on. Falcon Clash! Is that Jimmy Falcon?
I have absolutely no idea. Jimmy Falcon has had his issues with Magnum Opus in the past. There's no secret to that. At one point, Snake owned Jimmy Falcon's contract, but to assault him in this manner,
I wouldn't expect him to be masked and then do that. I mean, that's pretty obvious as to who it is. If you ask me, I don't think Falcon's quite that stupid. He'd be be bold enough to not bother wearing a mask to attack Snake.
I mean, Snake's not a full-time wrestler anymore, Erwin. He's a manager.
Whoever it is, he's beating the hell out of Snake here.
This isn't right, damn it. I mean, I know you've had your issues with this guy, but even you can't commend this. This is just an assault. Oh, where the hell's this so-called security that Goldman hired, huh? Where's it now, Erwin?
I'm wondering where
dear sweet
the rest
Jesus!
of Magnum Opus were. Another Oshi-Garoshi. And well, in the meantime, we're being sent out. A chance for Wade Nelson and Zach Fuller to settle their differences, apparently.
From Fargo, North Dakota, weighing in at 200.
Oh wait, hang on, that's Brad Morse!
Wade Nelson!
Turn around, Wade! Oh!
Adrian Goldman, of course, extending the show for the Louis Richardson's punishment, I think, because of all the chaos backstage.
And ironically, Louis Richardson had come out to talk to Goldman about a title opportunity he never got. Goldman was ranting about exactly this.
Yes, exactly, and seems to be letting
out of match assaults. And now Brad Morse on his...
Oh, now backstage.
What the...
GBH. Well, that explains why Magnum Opus weren't helping Snake. They're busy doing their own undoing backstage. Richardson being attacked here.
Following the life out of Louis Richardson.
Richardson's got some sort of punishment match to come out for next. Perhaps it was meant to be against Wade Nelson. I was being told in my headset it was meant to be Nelson and Fuller there as some kind of filler whilst all this chaos is going on backstage. Oh, maybe Adrian Goldman didn't want us to see this.
Well, yeah, moments of... You have to bear in mind, Erwin, that if Snake is still being assaulted in that backstage area, his associate could be mere yards away from his colleague's own beating. This is insane. Goldman came out tonight saying he was going to put a stop to this.
And it's just got 10 times worse. It's just a havoc here tonight. Well, being cut here very abruptly. We apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of chaos going on. Again, apparently Richardson's punishment is still going ahead from what I'm being told in my headset. Next week, Figueroa said she will find someone to face the Empire of Pain for that opportunity match.
Yeah, the international team of Akanu Matsuda, Sakamoto Dixon and Elizabeth Dondelinger, the Empire of Pain, that dangerous trio of ladies. Selena Figueroa is going to have to find some able allies indeed.
I just can't get over everything that has happened here tonight.
Absolutely
so much
unreal night here on Brawl. Adrian Goldman will be undoubtedly furious considering the amount of backstage attacks we've had. I want to know who the hell that masked man was attacking Snake, and I want to know why the hell GBH decided to take 7 bells out of Louis Richardson, but neither man now hold the Intercontinental Championship.
Perhaps that's why. Perhaps we will find out, but what we do know is apparently Louis Richardson is set to face some kind of punishment here. We know Adrian Goldman intended for a handicap match against N times, plus another match.
Weighing in at 206 pounds, Louis Richardson.
Well, Louis Richardson, the most decorated United States champion of all time, of course, has been on an obsessive quest over the last year to gain the Intercontinental Championship. He worked, he grafted, he bled for a one-on-one opportunity for the Intercontinental Championship, which was ripped away from him at the last possible second. Louis Richardson believes he was cheated out of an opportunity for a one-on-one shot for the Intercontinental title.
Louis Richardson may very well become a martyr here tonight for some. Adrian Goldman may not have considered that, making this the main event, and it sounds like it is going to start with a handicap match for Louis Richardson here. Goldman did mention he would have 2 matches for him. Hang on a second. It's just Grime. Oh, there are the other two. No, Nate, the Intercontinental Champion, who arguably would be the one Louis Richardson would love to get his hands on the most.
Oh yeah, there's Grime, Joe Freeman, of course the leader of this demonic group,
At a combined
the
weight
Reaper.
of 716 pounds, Grime, Demon Joe Freeman, the Reaper, and
My question is, Erwin, is how does Adrian Goldman not see this as a massive conflict of interests? I mean, if any group in the back is going to be, you know, is going to give two hoots about Nate keeping a hold of the Intercontinental Championship, it's going to be these three men right here. End times. This demonic group, controlled of course by the current men's junior champion, the Reaper, letting his minion Grime direct traffic here tonight.
Yeah, don't let that junior title fool you. The Reaper's held just about every title there is to hold.
Every single title in the N.E.W, every singles title, excuse me, excluding the World Heavyweight Championship.
Held the EFW World Championship, but not the N.E.W World Championship, and now this 3-on-1 match begins.
This is just, I mean, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Louis Richardson. I also like my job, but you cannot deny, Erwin, this is not fair on Louis Richardson.
Certainly not, and again, if the mutterings during that assault essentially from Goldman is true, then Louis Richardson has another match after this.
Obviously that will be on a different night. Surely Goldman's not going to put Louis Richardson's in two matches in one night, certainly not after a 3-on-1 handicap match.
Reversal DDT.
Reverse DDT, the Lionheart is called that for a reason. One of the bravest, toughest individuals in N.E.W history. Mr. Old School. There'll be nothing fancy, no flippy shit from Louis Richardson. I can promise you that. Stunt puller indeed. What there will be is some groundbreaking, ball busting amateur wrestling along with the best of them in N.E.W today. Louis Richardson, I believe, Erwin, firmly believe, has got one more World Heavyweight Championship run in him.
I would argue so as well. Adrian Goldman wouldn't even give him a title match, wouldn't even consider it.
It's the Intercontinental Championship as well, let's remember that. Louis Richardson, seemingly determined to collect the set as it were, wants to be a Grand Slam champion, knows he needs the Intercontinental Championship as well as the world to complete that puzzle.
Well, that's it. I mean, he's arguably been doing the right thing, trying to work up the ladder before asking for that next shot.
Oh, flapjack there by Grime.
Quickly taking control back
Tag
to make a
Joe
tag.
Freeman, the veteran of end time, Joe Freeman off. Acute slaps, taking down Richardson. European uppercut there by Richardson. Who knows? He's got a long night ahead of him. A swinging neck breaker.
Louis Richardson again is starting from scratch here now. Joe Freeman has the tag in, and he's already been fighting Grime for a while now.
You know, I'm not afraid to admit, Erwin, I think if I was in Louis... Oh, cross body there.
Going for the pin.
Richardson going for a pin. If I was in Louis Richardson's position here, I would think about just staying down for the count of 3 and surviving another night. I don't think that idea is even crossed into the mind of Louis Richardson. As long as that guy is breathing, he's going to keep fighting.
The man has far too much pride to sit down for a 1, 2, 3. I know I couldn't in his situation either. What a drop kick in the corner.
Well, you know, pride is one thing, but common sense is another. Oh, wait a minute. Pile driver by Louis Richardson. No one does it better in the business today.
You know
Jerry the
what that's
King
setting
Lawler
up
would be
for.
proud of that.
Looking to finish things here. Pedigree. Oh, but Bob Chatopa distracted by the Reaper.
Absolutely devastating manoeuvre. Louis Richardson
Going for
could
the
be
pin.
about to pull off an absolute miracle here. No, Joe Freeman kicks out.
Can't believe it. Freeman all on his own kicked out. Oh!
Hard knee there by Joe Freeman. Freeman kicking out of a pedigree. And the pile driver. Tremendous resilience there by the veteran Joe Freeman. Tag made. Grime now the legal man.
Oh!
The push stretch right into a punch straight to the gut there.
Yet
Louis
to see
Richardson.
the Reaper involved in this fracas.
Well, why should the leader of End Times get all sweaty when he's got his henchman just kicking the teeth of Louis Richardson down his
Pulling on the
throat?
arm.
As a modified armbar, it looks ugly. Absolute sadistic side to Grime, who's fitted far too easily into this demented group for my taste. High clothesline there by Richardson.
Every second this match continues, it becomes worse for Louis Richardson.
Russian leg sweep by Louis Richardson, who is fighting still. No one to tag, no break. Arm drag there, just trying to work the rotary cuff of Grime. Taking him onto the shoulders. Hanging him up. As I said, there'll be nothing fancy from Richardson here tonight.
Keeping it simple.
Simple, safe,
Oh,
and effective. A ground and pound specialist.
bringing Grime back in the hard way.
Hard suplex over the top, over the rope there. Backbreaker by Grime. A numbers game. The sheer amount of punishment.
But Richardson going for that drop kick again, swatted away by Grime.
Yeah, Grime's own tremendous power has to be a factor here.
Breaker.
Grime now going for the spectacular, uncharacteristic manoeuvre here by Grime. Top rope.
Pull out the odd frog splash. There it is.
What a frog splash by Grime. Beautifully delivered, it has to be said.
But he has not
He
done that.
elected not to go for the pin, Erwin. Could have had that match won right here. Now this is the sadistic side of End Times that we've been talking about. They could have already potentially won this match and didn't even try to go for a pin.
Crossbody over the knees.
The backbreaker crossbody by End Times, that devastating double team. Could be enough. Stay down, Louis.
No!
Kick out. 2.9. Richardson refusing to stay down. Backdrop by Joe Freeman. The Reaper yet to still be involved in this matchup. Joe Freeman was set up for Uranagi.
Uranagi countered into the pedigree.
Connects by Richardson.
Pulls him away from the ropes, going for a pin.
3 seconds away from a massive upset.
The Reaper's in. Just takes out Bob Chateau. Flint, excuse me.
Yeah, Louis Richardson trying to went for an instinctive crossbody to the Reaper, who got out of the way as quickly as he came after a double axe handle taken out. The referee, Flint. Joe Freeman missing with a crossbody. Louis Richardson getting a right hand in for his trouble, going for, wait a minute, it's a reverse figure 4. Submission, locked in, Joe Freeman. Joe Freeman in agonising pain, and the referee's back up. Can he break the hold? Yes, he can.
I think Freeman was going
How much damage was done?
Until he saw the referee was back up. It is Bob Chateau. Looked like Flint when he was knocked down. It's another fine for me.
Wait a minute.
Tickle like Boston. Richardson in trouble, trying to hold on, but his pride could cost him.
Refusing to tap out. The sheer agony that Louis Richardson must be in. 3-on-1. Drop kick into the other corner, his own corner, I suppose. There's no one there, but just getting him further away. And Freeman away from End Times. This is a wise tactic by Richardson, trying to alienate Freeman.
Another pile driver
in the far corner. Textbook pile driver.
Somehow Freeman again.
Tremendous resilience by Joe Freeman, fighting back with a jawbreaker. Louis Richardson though keeping laser focused with that vicious left hand. The southpaw sending Freeman out the hard way and follows suit. This is a traditional singles match. No win on the outside for Richardson unless he elects to go for a count out here, which I don't particularly think is Louis' style, Erwin.
No, but it might be a wise approach at this point. As Brawl continues on the outside. Oh, Freeman fighting back though.
Yeah, Freeman knows how to brawl with the best of them. There's no doubt about that. Wisely, Joe Freeman, who obviously has that opportunity, has made the tag, and now the Reaper, finally the legal man. And I emphasise that word legal because he has made his presence known already here tonight.
Oh, but didn't get a shot in.
No, he did not, Louis Richardson.
Figure
Pushed him
four.
down. Reverse figure four, looking into the eyes of the Reaper. I couldn't believe it. The Reaper furious. The submission was locked in. With those vicious right hands. Those soup bones.
Oh!
Oh!
Heart punch.
One of the hardest right hands in the business today, the Reaper.
Oh!
Taken down by a good old-fashioned shoulder barge by Louis Richardson.
Be in trouble here. For the third time tonight, Henry!
All three members of End Times have taken that manoeuvre here tonight. Will this be enough? No! Reaper kicks out after two.
Louis Richardson must be starting to feel the fatigue. Had to face all three members now, two of them twice. The Reaper is essentially fresh, but oh! Finally mounting a comeback, or trying to, but Louis Richardson again keeping on top of his opponent here.
Louis Richardson knows he doesn't have a choice there, and he needs to stay in the Reaper's face. He needs to ignore the pain. He needs to ignore the exhaustion, because the minute he gives the Reaper a second, the Reaper does something like that. Big boot by the Reaper. You give this guy 3 seconds and he will destroy you. I guarantee you, crucifix pin there by Louis Richardson.
But look who's first to their feet.
Yeah, the Reaper with unholy resilience. We've talked about that before, but it's got two men to tag him.
Oh.
Louis Richardson got out the way. He got out the way.
Oh, but back into the corner
Damn it.
after a
Tag made.
tussle.
Tag made.
They're looking to end it once more.
Grimes now the legal man. Backbreaker. Body splash. There it is.
Richardson draped over the knees for a second time. Grime going for the pin. And that's it.
Well, no man could have survived End Times at nearly full force, but Louis Richardson on his own damn near did it. Unbelievable fight. Unbelievable guts and heart. But Adrian Goldman's punishment paid true here tonight.
Got a question what this means. I mean, Richardson wanted his title shot, didn't even get to face the man who has the Intercontinental title. Instead face the rest of End Times.
Here are your winners, Grime, Demon, Joe, Freeman, the Reaper, and
What an intense force End Times truly are. A second.
Wait a minute. Is that
No, surely not.
Vegas music? What the hell is
What is
Vega doing
going
here?
on? Again, Adrian Goldman said 2 matches for Richardson. Surely not.
and his opponent.
Oh, sweet
from
Jesus!
every man's nightmare, weighing in
You've
at
got to be kidding me.
640 pounds, one half of the champion.
Richardson has just been through a
Leader.
grueling handicap match.
And now he has to face another. And the likes of
Essentially.
which, I mean, Vega on his own is a handicap match. Look at the size of that belt. They've had to extend it just to get it around that monster.
Richardson trying to recover, getting himself back in the ring here. Was arguably gone too far.
A new look here for Vega as well. Donning the Opus colours here for the very first time.
Referee, the only thing staying the same in this, the only constant is Louis Richardson here.
His second match here tonight. You have to wonder how much left, as Louis Richardson has left in the tank. What a cross-body for the most decorated United States champion of all time. But there he stands against the first ever Grand Slam champion in N.E.W history, Vega. The man who has quite literally won it all. What a suplex by Richardson!
I don't know where he's finding this. He's just suffered an incredible defeat against N.Times, but he's taking this to the outside.
This is a side of Adrian Golden we have never seen before.
Flint is out there with them. There's no count going on. Surely is this a false count anywhere?
Well, if it's false count anywhere, really, this is Extreme Rules, which puts it very much in Vega's ballpark, that tech desk. Those guys need to get out of the way, because this could get ugly very quickly. Though European uppercut, Louis Richardson perhaps realises he is now in a fight for his life.
Going for a pin.
Stay down, Louis, for God's sake, you've got nothing left to prove.
No.
Not even a one.
Can't believe this. A falls count anywhere match against Vega is something you need months to prepare for.
His partner lost the world title last week. His manager was assaulted earlier tonight. I think it's fair to assume that Vega with a single leg drop kick is in a pretty damn foul mood tonight.
Oh no! Louis Richardson just thrown into the turnbuckle post.
Torpedoed head first into the steel.
Vega not done there, just throwing him around like a rag doll.
Hard suplex there by the monster among men, Vega. The original monster.
This is too much. Vega doesn't seem intent on putting an end to it anymore.
Vega's been sent out with clear directions from the chairman, and let's not rule out the fact that Magnum Opus and Adrian Goldman have not got on in the past. Can you imagine what this means? Vega doing essentially doing the bidding, doing a favour for the chairman here tonight. This could be a good piece of business by Magnum Opus. Hard European uppercut there by Louis Richardson, who is somehow miraculously fighting back here. This is false count anywhere. Anything goes, folks. What a clothesline by Vega.
Absolute mammoth of a man.
What a double axe handle.
Just laying into Richardson.
Hard knees, hard strikes. It's interesting that this is the night that Vega elects to don the Opus colours. Canadian face breaker. My God, that could be all on the outside, the wafer thin mat. Little to no protection for Richardson, who's already been through it all. He kicked out at the two.
I don't believe it. Let's not forget,
Louis Richardson is not human.
This alliance between N.Times and Magnum Opus.
Vega bomb!
That's gotta be it!
No!
Where is Louis Richardson finding this from?
What am I seeing with my own eyes? That is not possible.
Blocks a punch as well. Richardson is mounting a comeback here.
No way. On the outside.
My word!
Driver on the outside to Vega. Tremendous strength by Louis Richardson.
Not done there.
Pedigree. Immediately after the pile driver. No way. No way. No. Vega kicks out after 2.9. Richardson was half a second away from pulling off a massive upset.
Richardson not done there though, returning this to the ring. Uncharacteristically going up top. Oh, elbow drop.
Hard elbow right to the heart of Vega, and Louis Richardson going for the spectacular.
Oh, crossface applied. A single leg. That single leg. Camel clutch. Excuse me. The size of Vega, it's hard to tell what's going on. Double underhooks. Just hanging.
Oh, tremendous
Richardson.
straight.
Oh! Letting the blood rush to the head.
Vega in 3 seconds just changed the entire outlook of this matchup. Crossbody and Richardson going for a pin again on the monster. Gets himself a 2. Richardson miraculously still in this thing.
Oh, shot
Vega
to the
realising that he's in a fight, perhaps underestimated Richardson coming into this. Trying to go in for the bear hug there. Richardson wisely breaking it before Vega can get proper grip. Duff. Hard shoulder barges to Richardson in that corner.
Oh, whiplash. As you say, Vega just changes the complexion of a matchup in a matter of seconds, but somehow Louis Richardson is still kicking out. Defiant to the end. Even Vega can't believe it.
Vega has to channel those frustrations.
Oh,
wait a minute.
caught.
He's walked right in to a pile driver. That momentary lack of focus could have cost the Giant that tremendous show of strength from Richardson. The
Looking for
pile
it again.
driver in to the pedigree.
Oh, and Vega's bust open. This could be it. It is.
Over. Richardson has just pulled off a miracle and beaten Vega.
After a brutal handicap match, somehow Richardson managed to pull a victory over the monster here tonight. The dual main event we've just witnessed, even though it wasn't scheduled to be one, and even though I don't agree with putting Richardson through something like this,
Louis Richardson may have just pulled off one of the most impressive feats in the history of N.E.W. here tonight. He survived, if not prospered, in a triple threat against N.Times, and then immediately afterwards in a one-on-one. Oh, wait a minute. GBH, the icon.
GBH is back. Oh,
Magnum Opus is 4th man. The former Intercontinental Champion.
oh, just hanging him up on the rope.
Louis Richardson has been through a war here tonight.
GBH knows that.
Oh, got bust there. Dear God. The Belarusian brute. GBH, the icon.
Cobra clutch slam.
Oh,
Can't believe it. After all that, not even letting Louis Richardson celebrate the victory.
not even letting him soak in the moment.
Oh,
wait
wait.
a minute.
No, surely not. Oh, come on now.
Making his way to the ring from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Nate!
What the hell is going on? Nate, who finally has arrived. We wondered why he wasn't there with N.Times. Well, perhaps we now know why. Because Nate is entering the ring. Louis Richardson has been through 2 wars. One against the entirety of N.Times, the other against Vega. Then the assault by GBH. Louis Richardson is barely conscious. And for some reason the Intercontinental Champion is here.
Looks like an official's getting in the ring.
Oh, this cannot be happening now. Surely not now. Louis Richardson in his third match here tonight.
Blocking the forearm. Trying to slow things down, understandably, but he had to face Nate and GBH on their best days and struggled to keep up.
Louis Richardson needs to go back to what he knows now, Erwin. I mean, there's no way he's 100%. Absolutely no way. The first match put an end to that possibility. The second match damn near confirmed it. And this one's not about winning, in my opinion. This one's about survival. I know Louis Richardson wants to become the Intercontinental Champion. I can only assume this is for the title. The one-on-one that Louis Richardson claims he was never given. Well, he seems to have got it now, doesn't he? Adrian Goldman, one of the most twisted acts I have ever seen from our chairman, has put Louis Richardson in 3 matches here tonight. All of them unscheduled.
All of them in a row. Louis Richardson in immense pain here. Nate just stretching him out. Another chop. Chop returned by Richardson, who's...
Richardson wisely getting out the way. Trying to get a little bit of distance. Trying to regain a little bit of composure. Reverse DDT there. Onto the Intercontinental Champion on the outside. Richardson now would take a count out. He would end the match. He wouldn't win the championship, but he would end the match, and perhaps just going for the high ground. Not quick enough, however. Nate finishes the daisy with that backdrop. Got that edge on Richardson.
With the right tactics in mind, just couldn't employ.
GBH neck wrench. I can't quite help but believe that is the psychological effect more than physical effect after that assault by the former Intercontinental Champion. Hard elbow right to the heart of Richardson, and Nate now looking to get into his stride.
Richardson on his knees, he's been through a war here tonight.
Drop kick right to the spine there of Richardson, going for a pin. I mean, we cannot forget what an able competitor that Nate is. He didn't need the amount of assistance that he'd been given here tonight, in my opinion.
He certainly did not.
It's just a case of End Times and Magnum Opus hedging their bets here.
Goldman trying to make a point, trying to signify who he's allowing to essentially run the show here. It seems to be Magnum Opus at End Times.
Adrian Goldman has allowed this to happen. Goldman snapped under the accusations of Richardson earlier here tonight, and as a result of this, Louis Richardson has been punished. This is not a title opportunity, this is a title survival.
Let's not forget, before he even had his first match here, Louis Richardson was assaulted by Goldman, then assaulted by GBH. Then he's been through a handicap match. Looking for the Nate Crab.
A submission on Louis Richardson, whose spine must already be on fire after the war that he has been through.
He's refusing to tap.
Richardson refuses to tap.
Yeah, it's not done there. Richardson just trying to find a super kick.
What a super kick by Nate. That has to be over.
It is.
Nate retains the Intercontinental Championship. That is the biggest pile of horseshit I have ever seen.
This is a travesty to N.E.W. Louis Richardson been battered here under the guise of Goldman laying out punishments, and let's not forget, End Times have been the core of these backstage brawls for so long here, and suddenly they're the chosen ones to dish out this punishment, including members of Magnum Opus as well.
Has Adrian Goldman made a deal with the devil?
Oh wait, hang on a second.
Oh, what then? Adrian Goldman is back!
And his opponent.
What the hell?
You are kidding me!
Weighing in at 200.
What in the name of all things?
Adrian Goldman.
You are not serious!
Just wants to put his own personal cherry on this cake of chaos here tonight. I can't believe this. fans clearly not happy about this either.
I don't think the fans know what to think about this, Erwin. I think they're in shock. I think they're in about as much shock as I am. For the 4th time tonight, Louis Richardson will go into battle, this time against our CEO, Adrian Goldman.
Almost coming full circle to the start of the show. Oh!
A drop toe hold by Richardson, who's still got some life in him, miraculously. Oh!
Suplex to Goldman. Oh! Was very sporadic in his wrestling career.
Oh, crossbody there by Richardson. Yeah, Goldman,
Since leaving.
last match I believe was against Snake Erwin.
Yeah, I mean 2 years ago he kind of left the business, came back saying he owned the spot, and bought it out. I believe he's only had that match against Snake since.
Which he lost.
He did lose and somehow still managed to keep the company.
Oh! Drag takedown. There's no questioning Adrian Goldman's brains. But you have to question his motives here tonight. A self-made man. And a bit of an ego trip, it seems, here tonight.
Yeah,
Not like the way Louis Richardson sportsman at the start of this show.
Oh, hang on a second.
Come on. The former World Heavyweight Champion, Rick Weaver, has arrived.
Goldman flat on his face. Oh! Best of both worlds.
Taking out Louis Richardson with that vicious maneuver.
No!
Not even a 2.
After all the beating, nearly half an hour of beatings for Louis Richardson, and he is still fighting back against the establishment. What a clothesline!
Hard clothesline by Richardson, who will not lie down, who will not quit. The former World Heavyweight Champion dropped Richardson with one move and then left, but it wasn't enough to keep Richardson down. Adrian Goldman is infuriated by that.
Shocking.
Nothing has gone the way Goldman has wanted it to go tonight, and he's taking out all of that frustration out on Louis Richardson. Erwin Richardson had a point. Got a so-called title shot tonight. He'd already had 2 matches by that point. This is Louis Richardson's 4th match here tonight.
Hang on. Bob Chatopa has clearly been instructed not to count, but he's not following him out there, which suggests it's Extreme Rules. Adrian Goldman probably hoping to utilise that to his own ends.
Bob Chatopa must be caught between hell and a handbasket. I mean, how the hell do you call a match with a guy
sledgehammer to the spine!
Well, Goldman put himself in this position, and now Louis Richardson is making him pay for it.
Oh, pile
Driver on the outside. What a
Bob
pile
Chatopa
driver by
letting it
Richardson.
pass, so he's clearly being told it is Extreme Rules. Oh, Goldman. Boston Crab.
Boston Crab onto Richardson, who's back again. Must be in tremendous amounts of pain when you consider the amount of high impact offense that Louis Richardson has been forced to absorb here tonight.
Oh wait,
Going for the pedigree! Pedigree by Richardson on the outside.
Goldman somehow fighting back. Perhaps all the fatigue. Richardson not managing to hit the effect as much as possible.
The corkscrew knee drag by Adrian Goldman with that power flex.
Goating away there.
Adrian Goldman is on show here tonight. Hard right hands there by the chairman of the board. Face buster there by Goldman.
Richardson trying to get over quickly, but pedigree
is on. Adrian Goldman using Louis Richardson's own finishing maneuver. That vicious pedigree.
Now rolling over Richardson for the pin. No!
Richardson kicked out. Goldman furious with Bob Chatopa, but that was a 2.9. Louis Richardson refusing to stay down.
Oh wait,
Even after
gold alert!
that stunner by Adrian Goldman. 2. No, again! Again, Louis Richardson! Will not die!
The boss is infuriated here tonight. He has put Richardson through hell, but Richardson will not quit.
Louis Richardson has been in the fight of his life.
Oh,
Goldman with a hard Irish whip into the corner. Going for a pin here. Bonchatop in perfect position. 2. No!
Richardson again.
Oh! Hard elbow to the face. Great counter. Great clothesline. How much left does Richardson have left in the tank?
Oh wait.
Oh! That low blow to Adrian Goldman, who quite frankly deserves it after tonight.
Oh, another pile driver.
What a pile driver to the chairman. Hard elbow
Richardson
right
is
to the
not done there.
face.
Going for the pin. And he
It's
just
over.
beat the boss.
Louis Richardson with a stiff elbow right to the face after the hellacious pile driver has just beaten Adrian Goldman. Interference from the former world heavyweight champion wasn't enough. 2 pile drivers, a low blow and an elbow later, and redemption for Richardson.
Absolute chaos here tonight, and with a victory over the boss. Can only imagine Louis Richardson is going to be in for trouble.
I can only imagine the fury of Adrian Goldman. What's going to happen next week on Brawl? My God, what a night!
Here is your winner, Louis Richardson.